Welcome, it's episode 4. Today is January the 22nd, if my memory serves me correctly. And this would be the 4th. Nelson's going to check his phone. Is it?
January 22nd, buddy.
Good. I've been checked that it is January the 22nd. And welcome to the Ragecast. Once again, I'm George Souza.
Marco Honorado.
Nelson Philippe.
That guy.
That guy.
That guy. Today we special guest, that guy.
Buddy guy. Buddy guy friend.
It's a buddy guy. I'm not your friend, buddy.
Don't call me buddy guy.
Oh, great. There we go. Anyway, welcome to another Ragecast with these four fuckers that we would be called Desolate Rage. So let's go over some of the news that we've got. This Saturday, we're at the Smiling Buddha. So that would be the 24th, 2 days from today.
Very good.
Yes, it would be Ghetto Fest 3 with Vernon Howell, Sledgehammer, or Sludge, it's actually Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer.
Yep, Hereafter, Torque Down and Us, and Adrian and Ted from Vernon Howell, it's their birthdays, so they were cool enough to ask us to play. Doors are at 9 and we go on first. We're the first band, so we're on at 9:30. So if you're around, if you've actually heard this in the last 24 hours and you can make it out, come on the fuck down. Have some shitty ass hipster beer in one of those badass mason jars that it tastes like donkey's balls. It is so bad.
Donkey ball beer.
Dude, they gave us.
Drenched in balls for a month. And then...
They gave us.
Oh, it's gross.
I don't remember how many drink tickets I got.
Yeah.
At the last show we did at the Smiling Buddha, I used one and I couldn't get rid. I had a wad in my pocket. It didn't matter who I went to. It was
And I
like,
was this
hey,
close
do
to
you
try.
want a drink ticket? You want a drink? Nope. Because the only beer you could get with that drink ticket was that shitty ass on tap.
Yeah. 'cause
Like,
it's
and I
their
don't
cheap.
mind craft beer, but that was it was Donkey Balls beer. It was Donkey Balls beer.
Dirty.
And-
Yeah, that's where we're going to be on Saturday.
Yep. And the next couple of episodes, actually, I'm looking forward to this. The next couple, we've got a couple of special guests joining us for the next couple of Ragecasts. So episode 5 and 6, which we'll record in the next little while, should be kind of fun. Episode 6 should be interesting. Next week should be kind of cool just to talk to Mike. So Mike Pereira, the director of Spook Slayer, so the friend of ours who's actually directing our video, Straight Jacket. He's going to be down talking to us, talking about whatever projects he's got going and the idea for, we'll give you a sneak peek on the idea for Straight Jacket and we'll shoot the shit with him. It's the one after that I'm more interested in.
DWA.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because what happens when you get like 3 or 4 rock stars in a room? Jeff, anyone?
You get a lot of. That's what you get a lot of.
A lot of.
Big heads and big...
Oh, Jesus.
DWA, man. Driving with assholes.
All inside jokes, people.
I'm surprised.
Driving with
I'm
assholes.
surprised George's head fits in this room.
Oh, fuck off. So, yeah, episode 6, which we'll do in the near future. We don't have a date yet, but that should be interesting. To have what? There's 5 of them, 4 of us. 9. It's like fucking Slipknot in a room.
Slipknot in
And our room ain't very big, so yeah, you're right. It's
Without the masses.
without the map. Well, some of us. Anyway, we might, and I think that's it for news-wise. What we can do though is like we did in the last one.
Nelson's shitty joke of the day?
Nelson's shitty
Right,
ass
is it my
joke.
turn?
You know what, dude? You gotta like put in a theme song.
Yeah.
Okay, but what?
I was thinking that too, like some kind of intro to my.
Beep, 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 beep.
Like a news flash.
Oh, dude.
Oh, I gotta go with all this stuff.
No, I'll do it. You don't need to do anything. I will drop it in.
Yeah, drop it in, because like these shitty jokes deserve their own.
So it's Nelson's shitty ass joke of the day. And go. Yeah, there.
Okay, so what do you call a frog that's illegally parked?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, fuck, this sucks already. Go. What?
Toad, man.
What?
Toad.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Can you throw in a drum roll at the end too?
Yeah, probably.
And some
Ta-da.
booze? Throw in a couple of
Good.
booze.
What do you call a frog that's illegally parked? Toad.
I'm really regretting this Nelson joke of the episode.
No, this is great. I love
Nelson.
it.
Now you love it.
Well, that's the beauty
I
of it.
love
It's
it.
the cheesiness.
Nelson's shitty joke of the
I
episode.
love
Now he loves.
That gets a great A mungie cake.
That's-
I love it.
That's the beauty of it, man. It doesn't have to be good.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of. There's gonna be like dead air and then just a lot of weird overdubs, and then we'll go back.
Look at how much time this has taken up already. It's great.
Now we're looking at fill time. Okay.
Fill time.
And fortunately, you guys are actually listening, albeit the two people that sent in questions for this Ragecast episode we know. But you guys are actually listening, which is honestly really fucking cool. So Marco's going to talk about the next topic on the docket, which is...
Well, right now, from what I see, we got Ask Ragecast.
You would be correct, sir.
Okay.
That's
Time for rage.
time for Ragecast questions.
So this first question comes from Phil Dill.
Fucking architects.
Cool name, like that name. And this question is, for those who think Bew is another person, can you tell the whole world who Bew is and how he got his name?
Okay, but wait. I don't know. This is weird because I don't know if we've ever mentioned Bew
Probably not.
and Nelson.
Well, it's just
during
Bew.
during a
With
rage
you
cast,
guys,
like-
it just comes so natural that more often than not, you're always Bew.
Bew, Nelson.
Kinda
over-
like, it's
over
kinda like
Nelson.
blinking, you know?
I guess.
Kind of like Big Dick.
I get it from everybody, especially you guys. I get a mix. It's Bew or Nell. I'm used to both. So
All right, so who's gonna explain? Because Phil Dill clearly wants to know.
I think this one needs to go to Jeff.
I think
Is it?
so.
Is it a Jeff?
Yes,
Or,
it's a
yeah.
Jeff,
Yet another story that originates with me.
Why is it? Do you ever notice that they all originate with Jeff?
Comes back to him.
Well, it's
Yeah,
just
yeah, it's true.
fuck.
That's just fuck.
So, anyways, for those of you out there who happen to be over 30, you might appreciate this story. This goes way back. I don't know if it was March break or whatever the fuck it was, but me and Nelson were not in school. We were hanging out in Nelson's basement with the Nintendo system, the original Nintendo, and we were playing Super Mario 2. So, for any of you who played the game,
You would blast through the levels. and
blast
then
through the
get
levels, and then you get to that
Boss.
big dinosaur motherfucker that throws eggs.
through his mouth.
Okay, through his mouth. So these giant eggs.
Of all the curveball stupid bosses to throw,
So anyways,
This is
Nelson-
Mario. Hold on, this is Mario 2, right?
Mario 2.
I'm getting pissed off already. Eh?
So Nelson decided to play. I think it was Luigi.
Uh-huh.
And if anyone's played that game, he's got these crazy legs. When he jumps, he's like. Right? So, anyways, this stupid dinosaur thing that spits out eggs also makes a noise that goes. Okay? So, Nelson was having great difficulty jumping on these stupid eggs with Luigi and his crazy
Yeah,
feet.
because every time Luigi jumps,
Yeah,
he
he-
like suspends and he's
Yeah.
such a
Suspends
fucking
and
Took longer to
matrix.
fall
He
down.
was,
kicking in
he was
here.
the hardest guy to use, man.
Yeah.
So, after a couple of eggs getting thrown and whatnot, Nelson, he shrank, became a small little Luigi, and he just lost his fucking shit. He was like, I had it with the stupid blue, right? And I'm like, what the fuck you just say? Bew. I thought it was the funniest shit ever. I'm like, oh, Bew, what the fuck is Bew? Ha 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 ha, right? We're like 8 years old or whatever the hell it is, and I thought it was a funny word. And it's stuck ever since,
Pretty much. Yeah.
8.
25 years
I was
later.
just gonna say.
More than that.
More than
More than
25
that
years
now.
later.
When nicknames start in elementary schools, it tends
And
to
of course,
stick.
we get to school after the March break, and I told anyone who would listen about the story, right? Like, oh, Nelson lost his shit over Mario. Bew, he said Bew is not a stupid word, ha ha ha. And everyone's like, oh yeah, that's funny, ha ha.
Yeah, but dude, how many times?
And it stuck. So, yeah.
Think about how many times like we'd go for coffee. Like the first time we met,
Yeah.
first time we met Dave,
Yeah.
and we'd go for coffee. We're talking about Bew,
Yeah, a
Bew,
couple of our
talking
friends
and
actually
then
thought
they
were two
meet
different
Nelson, and they don't realize that Nelson and Bew
Yeah, they
are
kept
the same
hearing-
fucking person.
That happened
They
today.
kept
I know,
hearing
that's what I'm
stories
saying.
about Bew. They're like, oh, who's this Bew guy?
When I first met Dave, hi, hey, how's it going? I shook his hand. Apparently, it was a mistake. Can't touch that, dude. But then out there, he's like, "So who's Bew?" And I'm like, "Right here."
Yeah. So there you go. That's the origins of
Bew.
the nickname
One
Bew.
and the same.
that
One,
Nelson
they
has.
are one and the same.
Yeah. There you go.
That's for Mr. Phil Dill.
I think that's-
Kama Sutra Dill is what we're gonna go.
I think that sums up that question.
All right. Well, so what's number 2?
Number 2 from Dave D'Angelo.
I know that guy.
Yeah, sounds familiar. Yeah,
I think it's the same guy Nelson shook hands with.
View, Nelson View.
could be. His question is, how old were you guys when you first started playing an instrument, and what instrument was it?
All right. George, go ahead.
You can go in order.
Okay. First, was it the first instrument?
First instrument, Jack.
Other than like high school, like elementary school.
Recorders don't count.
Thank you. Okay, that's what I was gonna ask.
Neither does the skin flute.
No.
Skin
The
flute
skin
don't
flute
count.
doesn't count either,
So-
George. Okay.
All right, good. I'm just trying to clarify. One, why I'd be playing the skin flute at a young age
That's right.
might be a little of a concern, but anyway. He laughs. Fuck you.
Well, it says what age? You could have been 15 when you started playing the skin flute. You don't fucking know. Doesn't mean you were 5.
Glad they won.
Just saying.
Anyway, no, I've never played the skin flute. Thanks for coming.
Well now. I thought about it. Anyway, stay on topic.
Oh, Jesus. All right. First instrument I ever played was piano, actually.
Okay.
And I would have been 5. So officially, first instrument I ever played consistently would have been piano. But I was, prior to that...
Prior to that, you were a fetus. What the fuck
no,
did you play?
No, like before I took piano. Like 5, 6.
You're
right?
5. What did you...
I won't even
Triangle?
let me
I played the
fucking...
triangle. Good for you.
Friends of my fucking parents
Okay.
had a drum kit that they left at my parents' house. So I always had a fascination with drums. Clearly, I still do to date.
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on. That doesn't count. Did you sit behind
I did.
the drums and
Did.
play
I did. Not very good.
continuously for more than one day? Because I'm pretty sure at like
No,
2
it-
years old, I walked into
not
somebody's
2.
guitar, okay, and plucked the string. I'm
No,
not
no,
going to
no,
say
no.
I played guitar when I was 2.
No, not 2. Like, they left basically the drum kit was at our house for about a month.
Oh.
But there was no way in hell my parents were ever going to let me play the drums for life. Fortunately. Anyway, conservatory, yeah, I took piano. I started at 5 and played until grade 6 conservatory and then went on to guitar. So
All right. Nels.
Me,
Mix up the order
you
here.
don't fucking matter.
No, we'll mix up the order because it's always the same fucking order.
me pretty much, the first instrument I remembered I started playing and it sounded awful because it was one of those cheesy school grade recorders, the flutes.
Yes.
No, we said
We just
said not the recorder.
no recorder.
No
You guys
recorder.
really?
Did
Yeah.
you leave the room or something?
Yeah, no, sorry. Okay. No
Jesus.
recorder.
No, it can't be the recorder.
No recorders, Jack.
To me,
That doesn't count.
that was an instrument, though. It is.
No, it is, but we all played the recorder.
Yeah, everyone.
That's
yeah.
what you start off with. I
That
get what you
shit
guys
don't
are
count.
saying.
Okay.
Real instrument.
So after the
Really, not the recorder.
After the recorder, then it was the guitar. Guitar was the second,
Seriously?
yeah,
Okay.
the electric guitar, and it was after he got the bass because I remembered for the last 2 years. So I was 4 years old. The last 2 years in Portugal, I played the recorder that I'm not allowed to mention.
Yeah, doesn't count.
I
But
played,
yet you keep mentioning it.
I played it all the time. There was always something in me that I liked music,
Yeah.
right? I came here, but I never listened to music. I never like that. That was the odd thing, right? Even up until late in the elementary schools, when they had their dances, I didn't enjoy the musics they played there. It was only because of Jeff I heard of like Guns N' Roses, Black Sabbath, and I was like, yeah, that's good. I like that, and it caught to me, right? So
So how old were you then when you
I
played
can't
guitar?
remember. Guitar when after you got your bass?
I think you were in high school already, so probably 14, yeah?
Yeah, early high school.
About
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
14.
Wow.
14,
I didn't
15
realize.
years old.
I thought you had played because I knew you played in high school, like because you played tuba or trombone.
I had the guitar. The guitar going into high school
Was
with
the
the
first
music.
instrument,
Really? Wow.
I was just straight up wanting to learn the electric guitar, but because it's not orchestra instrument,
that's-
I had to play a brass.
That's why I played sax.
Because I was a fat bastard, he thought I had huge lungs. I'm like, sir, my lungs are only good for cigarettes, right? Oh, no, you get the tuba. I'm like, you bastard.
No, you fat. You used too much.
So you can imagine the first few notes in music class after a cigarette, they were donuts, the white donuts coming out, the massive ones. But anyways, yeah, I played electric guitar first instrument, the tuba second, third would be the baritone,
But hey, man, the questions say how many
don't give a
instruments
fuck.
have you played?
I don't give a fuck.
What was the first instrument you played, and how old were you?
Electric guitar.
You tried to cheat and use the recorder after we said no.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Now you're listing off every instrument you've ever touched in your life. What on top of it, man? What the fuck is that?
Electric guitar, 14 years old. I'll stick with that.
There you go. That they
About
won't.
playing other instruments.
That they won't.
Jeff, how about you?
Okay.
William
mine-
Mark-
I'm not gonna. This is not gonna be long and complicated like you guys. Fuck. You jerk. Jerk face. First instrument was trumpets, and I was probably 11 or 12. Grade 7. What the fuck is that?
You're 12.
12 or 11?
You're 12.
12?
Yeah.
There you go. So that's when we were old enough to
Pick your instrument.
take an instrument in elementary school, so it was a trumpet. I played trumpet first, and then since Nelson did it, then I bought my bass when I was 13 and learned how to play bass when I was Marco?
Yes. For myself, I was in grade 6. I was 11 years old and joined up the music class, and they put me on the bass clarinet. That was my first instrument.
Wow.
And yeah, that was tough.
Bass,
Bass
clarinet.
player, of all things, bass
Intricate
player.
that shit.
Well, it's longer than the
Anything to
clarinet.
read in it.
It's longer than the
Yeah.
clarinet, and then at the bottom you got kind of like
got
the,
that weird-
it looks like a saxophone type.
Saxophone.
I couldn't barely get the wind to go through it, eh? So,
Wow.
Did you get the squeaks like all the chicks
Oh, yeah.
in class? Like, it's like every clarinet was played by a chick, and they were yeah.
Yeah, I got the squeaks in the beginning, especially because I couldn't get the air to go through that fucker.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go.
Reed instruments.
I was in grade 6, and bass clarinet. That was my
Wow.
first instrument.
Reed instruments were fucking hard,
There you
man.
go.
I played sax in high school. That was a pain in
Just
the ass.
practicing on the reed alone was hard to get a.
Well, and the bass clarinet is like an oboe, isn't it? Isn't like two reeds sort of wrapped together?
Yeah,
It's
it's
not like a mouthpiece and then a reed.
No, it's fucking kind of.
You know what I was learning good?
Trombone.
I was loving it. The trombone.
Yeah.
Jeff's gonna get upset, because we weren't supposed to talk about other instruments.
Clearly, we're all off topic now. So
I'm sticking with my recorder anyway, so.
Technically, obviously,
I think we answered Dave's
we
question.
all started
Yes.
on that, but yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool, though. I never realized. I always thought bass was your first instrument, Jeff.
No.
I never realized trumpet was the actual.
I was pretty
like-
good too. Went
Wow.
to high school and thought about it, but I was already playing bass at the time too, right? So
Wow, that's pretty
teacher was
bad.
like, "What do you want to play?" I'm like, "Bass." And, he thought I was, because grade 9 we're all newbies, right?
Yeah.
So he's like almost laughing at me. "Oh, can you play the bass?" I'm like, "Yes, I can." You fucking asshole. And
Not that you're upset about it.
Sidlowski.
yeah, I lasted 1 week in music class, and then I was segregated to a room, to a practice room. I played by myself because grade 9 was
Was beginner.
the whole grade, like the way school was here back then.
Yeah.
It was like a general course. So we had all these kids learning to play instruments for the first time. I was too advanced for that class to play the bass, so I ended up playing in a practice room the rest of the year. It was kind of boring, actually.
Didn't you end up with Marco though?
We were in the same class.
Well,
We were in the
grade
same class, but I was
yeah.
never in class. I was
That
always
was-
playing by myself.
But
that was-
weren't you? Didn't the two of
Yeah.
you end up at some point in time
Well, we
in
had
the
the.
auditorium or in the gym
Yeah,
during music
grade
class?
we
10.
were in
Oh,
grade
okay, I
10.
thought it was
Yeah,
in grade
we ended
9.
in grade 10. I could take advanced music, and then we were all in class together.
Yeah, we had grade 9 home room together, which was drafting, and then our second period, if I remember correctly, was music.
Yeah.
Grade 9.
Yeah.
He put me on the drums. The teacher put me on the drums because I didn't want to do any fucking wind instruments. So I caught on quick, and then he had put both of us to do our own thing
Gotcha.
in the auditorium, right? In
Oh,
grade
that's
10.
cool. I didn't realize.
He remembered us from the year before, and that's how it happened.
No, I thought it was in grade 9 that you guys got put into the auditorium. I didn't
No.
realize it was grade 10.
Grade 10, yeah. There you have it.
And there, I think we answered Mr. D'Angelo's question.
Yeah.
Cool. So
I think he's never going to ask a question again.
not at this pace. Neither will anyone else. So that's it for the Ask Ragecast. We got 2 for this episode. As usual, don't forget to send us questions. You can actually now with our guests. If you guys want to find out more about DWA, our friends Driving with Assholes, Dicks with
Assholes.
airplanes, Dicks with attitude, whatever. Never mind. I was looking on Facebook. Apparently, they wrote a new song.
Yeah.
It's called AWD,
Oh,
Yeah.
Automatic World Domination or something.
Oh, they're gonna get
Oh, they're gonna
one
get
lashing for
ripped,
that one.
ripped assholes.
That's asking.
Oh,
for
they're gonna
it.
get ripped apart for that one.
That's asking
Whenever we
for it.
decide to have them here.
Why would
Come on,
you
guys!
write
13 years is the best you can.
13 years? We wrote a new song after 13 years. Really? What's it called? AWD.
Backwards.
You fucking really? AWD.
WD4.
Yeah, and they're not even here to defend themselves, and we're fucking with them already. So anyway, yeah, if you guys want to send us questions, fire them up on Twitter at hashtag AskRagecast or
Desolate Rage Band at hotmail.com.
sweet.
And we will try to answer them in order that they come, probably the next episode. Keep the questions coming. It gives us some stuff to talk about and
Off topic.
kind of make an asset of ourselves like we do every
Every fucking day.
episode, every day. So
No, it's cool, man, and it's cool with the individuals we'll have. You know, if people want to know
yeah,
things about those guys, even though it's our podcast, you know, it'll be interesting. So it's funny. We were talking about something earlier before we started jamming about the CDs that we stumbled on. And I was saying I stumbled on our third ever live performance at the Cathedral.
Years ago.
Oh fuck, dude. We hadn't officially changed our name. We hadn't officially changed our name yet. We were still in that in between. It was Bleed, and it was with Busted Muzzle. That was the night that I think his name was Jimmy.
Oh, bleed over your
Let's
fucking.
bleed all over this fucking place. It's there in the background. Fuck, dude, I was listening to it. One, considering that for a good portion of that set, it's only one guitar player. Because the whole first part of the set, I still hadn't learned how to play songs with you guys.
Well,
There was like,
it was the early days.
it was really like, oh yeah, it was really early. But like, I'm listening to that and I'm like, whoa, that's a long time ago, Jack.
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Fuck it. It was really neat though, man. Interesting to hear. One of these days we'll sit down and listen to it. The other one was The Obvious, which was the Opera House show in whenever I turned 30. Would have been 07, 06,
Yeah,
whatever the fuck
yeah.
it was.
Unforgettable show.
Long
Well,
time.
unforgettable for us.
It was an Asian year ago. Long time. Long
So
time.
long.
Okay, it wasn't that fucking long ago. I'm only 30. I am 37.
That was so long ago.
Okay, I'm only 37. It wasn't that long ago.
Long enough.
But that was an interesting show too. That's definitely an unforgettable one for sure.
Yes, sir. More reasons than one.
Well, dude, you know what? Like, I mean, it's funny because I don't remember who we went to see after. Was Down or Damaged Plan at the
Damaged Plan, I
Phoenix?
think. Oh no,
I was down in the
It was
fuck.
Down at the Phoenix, and they, like professional band. So we had our fuck up at the Opera House, right? And we all know how that felt for us, and it probably haunted us for a long time. And then I remember watching Down and standing there, and they fucking just same shit, eh? Shit the
Yeah.
fucking
Like
bed.
somebody pulled the plug.
Oh, dude, it was like they shit the bed. And Phil's on the mic and turns around and he's like, fuck it, let's do it again. And I remember who I was with. I think it may have been with Lana at the time. And she's like, professional bands do it too. I'm like, not the fucking point.
Yeah.
At least for me, it was unacceptable
Yeah.
to happen what happened. It was no one's fault, man. It just, whatever, shit happened, right?
You learn, right? You live and learn.
I don't know. For me, that was a weird, but it was interesting to hear. Cool thing, Mr. Silvera, a couple of weeks ago when we were, Mr. Portal, Jeff was saying one of the things we've never talked about. So we always talk, we talk about Evolution's Mistake. We've talked about Desolate Rage, and we've talked about the history, but we've never really talked about Nemesis. Which we recorded in 07. And we never talked about the EP. So maybe we can talk a little bit about Nemesis, since the EP was 4 songs, and I mean we've sort of touched on it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean Nemesis was it was our first full-length album, man, and we've never really touched upon it. So I don't know. Anybody want to start with this one? We had different ideas, right?
Yeah.
But it could be kind of neat to.
Yeah, it was our first big project. I mean, it was different for us. Even though we had recorded the EP, it was the first full-length album. And I think just apart from the side that it was a full album, our sound had changed from the EP. That's when we really started experimenting with new sounds and having a singer that can actually play the guitar.
Well, I played on the EP too.
Yeah, but I think you were more comfortable and you were in your zone with Nemesis, right?
Yeah, we definitely. Well,
Like, yeah, you played on the EP and you did hell of a job, but by the time Nemesis rolled around, you were really
Nemesis we had
playing wise. You were like full out metal, right? Like you were on par with
Well,
us.
fuck. If you listen to some of the guitar solos, because Nelson and I did a lot of dueling guitar solos on that album.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a lot of.
because you were comfortable.
Well,
taking
we were
on
both.
another dude that plays guitar allows you to flourish like that and try new
But
shit.
that's what I'm
right?
saying. By the time Nemesis rolled around, you guys had that chemistry
Yeah.
like going, right?
Well, and we were trying a lot of cool things. Like I just remember as we were writing the songs, it was like, who's taking the solo? And it was like, well, fuck it. Well, Nelson will take half and I'll take half, and we'll.
Almost every song had 2 leads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that
So
album.
that was already a big step forward in terms of
That's true,
dynamics,
actually.
right?
It's true because the EP, the 2 songs in E, are Nelson's solos.
Mhm.
So yeah, I just realized
Pointing at me with
the
horns.
2
right?
songs in E are Nelson's solos, and then My Demise and No Way Out are my solos, which were the ones that I had sort of started writing with you guys. Because the other 2, you guys had written without
Yeah.
me. Like that was way
Well,
before my time. That's
going
actually a
back
good
to
point.
what
I never
was
realized
saying,
that.
Like, you did play on the EP, but at the same time on Nemesis, you guys were the chemistry was there. You were going off, feeding off each other basically, and even the solos, like we were saying, they were intertwined, right? So it gave us a whole new sound, and
Yeah, I was happy with the leads.
yeah,
They came out nice.
Was it interesting? I mean, even the change, right? Like, other than the fact that we wanted to sound heavier, the change from E to D, because I know
For us
the EP
was fitting.
Yeah, I know the EP had sort of the mishmash. I still have yet, and I never asked, and we just sort of figured that's the way it would go. But I don't remember
The first 2 songs.
why the fuck we ever went to D and stayed that way.
The first 2 songs we wrote in D are 2 of the 4 songs in our EP. We
Yes.
just experimented. So when we were ready to record, we had like 10, 15 songs in E,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 that we had recorded in D tune, wrote in D tune. So we decided to go, because they were the 2 newest ones, so we were like, yeah, let's record the 2 newest ones. And then pulled the other 2 out of our ass and put them together. But that was the experiment with D, was around that time.
Actually, and it's funny because we went through a mishmash of picking what songs to do on the EP as well.
yeah.
Remember, we were sitting there and we had the laundry list of those 15 songs, and
That was a showcase. It was more of a showcase album. It was more of a demo. Like, it was recorded really well, but we looked at it as a demo.
yeah,
We put the 4 songs that sounded
the
the
strongest.
most different from each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it could show that we could play 4 different.
Plus, it was our first
Kind of
time
styles,
in the
right?
recording studio, and maybe to do a full album would have been a bit much. So it was a good way to start off, seeing the recording studio, how it feels, how
Well,
it would go, right?
So the 4 of us had never recorded together. And I think that's the thing with the Nemesis album. That was a true test. Okay, the EP was, a couple of days, and then we went to Cuba shortly thereafter, like for vacation. But Nemesis was a long process. I think that was the true test for us as to how well this band was going to gel, and were we going to be able to come out of
stress comes out.
Yeah, were we going to be able to come out of the recording studio strong enough to continue or not? Because
And without punching each other in the face.
Meh.
It was close.
it was close. There was
It was close.
dude. What song was it? Contradiction. Remember, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was playing the rhythm part, and like, look, one of you guys fucking play it. And I walked out of the room to have a smoke. I couldn't. It's that fucking pattern at the time that I was still figuring out all my thrashing patterns, and I just remember Jeff and Nelson are going back and forth. No man, it's gotta be played like this. No man, it's gotta be played like that. And at one point, I was just like, you know what? You guys fucking play. It's
Well,
3 o'clock in the morning. I'm exhausted.
You always hit that roadblock, I think, with any band when you're recording, where you're like ready to fucking either the part isn't going well or it's not sounding right.
Well, your headspace has to be in the right spot, right? Like if you're not in the right headspace going in or as you're in it, because we all have personal lives. Like,
Yeah.
let's be honest here. This isn't our bread and butter. We love doing it, but we all have jobs.
That's the stress factor,
Yeah,
right? Like
so-
you come already there tired because you have a life.
Tired or stressed, or even if you've got a weekend session Like if you're there on a Friday night and you go Friday through to Sunday, I mean Jeff and I had done a couple of overnighters with one of the other bands we were in, but we had never done it as the four of us, and the environment made for really, for me anyway, it made for some interesting moments.
Well, yeah, back to Nemesis. It's a good album.
Yeah.
It's pretty decent. I think we shit on it a little too much. For some strange reason. It's like we were never fully satisfied with the end result.
Well, you're never happy.
But going back now and listening to it, it's not as bad as we thought it was. Like,
Yeah.
we were just being
Some
too
good
big.
music in there.
I think the big difference between Evolution's Mistake and Nemesis, we used the click track on Nemesis.
It's very rigid.
Right? So it's very dot dot dot. Evolution's Mistake, we played that live off the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So
So it gives
there
you
was a different feel
vibe.
between the
Yeah,
two
sure.
albums. Yeah, one's more not processed, but
Yeah,
I
more
guess that's-
chiseled.
Yeah.
One is more rigid. Like I mean, Nemesis is because I remember even when we were lining up the click tracks and we got to that point where it's like, okay, you know, we did all the scratch parts and started doing guitar parts, and we hadn't heard the song in a week or two, and I'm like, this is too fucking fast, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like,
Or some parts felt.
or some parts felt too slow. And it's funny because you go back and listen to it now.
Because it starts to come out, the digital feel of it.
Well, it's
just
You're not in full,
metal
you're not in full
without a
control
click
of the
track.
song anymore, right?
recording is it's a funny animal, you know. It's,
You play by feel, but at the same time you're playing along to the tempo that's already set, so it's kind of tricky, right?
so as weird as it sounds. Favorite song off of Nemesis. I mean, we all have. I know. Yeah, I'm not okay.
I like
the song
them all,
you like
right?
the song you could listen to more than once, and don't tell it.
For me, I think it was Prayers for the Damned.
Really?
Yeah.
First song off of the album, really?
I always just liked that song, and I just like the way it sounded, the way it came out. For me, it came out pretty good.
I like the machine gun kicks.
Yeah.
That for me, that's a. What about you, Nelson? I was about to say, what about you, Bu? Since
Bu
you're
and
one of the
Nelson,
same,
same guy.
Bu, Nelson?
I've always loved System-Addict.
That's
System-Addict
cool. That's
over
cool track. I like your solo. on
Dude,
that song.
that is hands
That's
down
my favorite solo.
the best
on the
fucking
album.
guitar solo you have on that album.
Dude.
For me, no, sound wise, that's like holy fuck. It shivers every
and my
time.
favorite part is the opening.
The clean?
The bass
acoustic?
coming into the clean, you guys like the way it just fills in and it goes fast. I
Yeah.
liked it.
What about you, Jeff? Since you never
Oh,
have
fuck,
favorites.
I don't know. I don't have a favorite anything. So
I know, but
Prayers is good. Contradiction is good. The instrumental is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Came
One of
out
the
good.
last songs we
It's
did
hard to
in
pick up
e-tuning. actually.
because there's a few.
But it's a good track. I mean,
Skins and e-tuning as well.
yeah. The instrumental, Buried Alive, the last song on the album is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a cool tune too.
Yeah. Those are my favorites.
For me, Contradiction, for probably the stupidest reason. Well, it's not stupid, but there's an emotional attachment, which is my sister. Because my sister's the girl on it.
Hmm?
Which is really funny to hear when I listen to it, because I'm like, it was a fair number of years ago,
Yeah.
man. Like, she was... So it's really strange, because I go back and I listen to that, and I'm like, I remember talking to the bass player from Billy Talent, because that's where their rehearsal space was, and my sister was a massive fan of theirs, so I got their CD, I got her CD signed by them, whatever. But yeah, having her come into the recording studio, being, 2007, she would have been, okay, hold on a second, I'm trying to do my math.
Oh, complicated.
She was in
It's like
Jesus.
14. She was
No,
15.
no, hold on.
Late teens.
We're in 2015, 8 years ago,
Yeah, she wasn't that young.
she
yeah.
would have been 19,
19. Well,
18, 19.
Late teens.
Yeah, late teens. So that was kind of cool. That song and then SCI, which was the last song we wrote for that album. That much I remember because
That's a cool song too.
that song is almost you can almost see the change to where we were going. Because even vocally, I was trying different things. Guitar solos were different. We were trying to go, that slow, fast, that push and pull thing. With a click track, we were trying to do a push and pull thing. But yeah, those are my sort of the two that have the most.
Marco's wife, Kathy, she's on that
Oh
album
fuck,
too.
she's
Yeah.
so is he.
Yeah, System-Addict,
Actually,
yeah, the-
everyone
Not me.
except for Nelson
No one
Has their
likes
voice.
me.
has their voice in it
My
because
voice
you
is
have
stupid
screams.
I did scream, yeah.
You
one
did
scream.
screams for Skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's right. Marco's got it's on System-Addict. Kathy's talking in the background, and
Near the end.
fuck, do you remember she brought?
When
we were-
Hey.
I don't know if you guys remember. We were in the recording session. She brought that the cooler.
The sandwiches.
The sandwiches. We were
Yeah,
calling her
yeah,
mom
Yeah.
because Kathy brought the sandwiches
Oh,
for us.
Wow. Forgot about
Forgot about that?
Really, that goes back, yeah.
Yeah. So we had Kathy on there, my sister, you, Jeff.
Nelson plays guitar now.
I don't mind at all because
No.
I'm one of those people that I hate the sound of my voice
Dude,
recorded.
next recording, the
No
next
one likes
recording,
to
we
hear
gotta have
your
Nelson.
Remember when your boom boxes had
Yeah,
a double?
yeah.
I actually pressed record, recorded my voice,
Yeah.
played it back.
Yeah, I think that's
never
everyone.
again.
That's everyone's reaction.
You know what though?
Even me, I don't like the sound of my voice. It doesn't sound like me. To me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's like, who the fuck is that? That's not how I sound.
Well, what about when I don't remember what recording it was. Where it was my voice was soloed and you guys were howling your asses off when they soloed my voice. So vocals soloed, even if you're a good singer or a decent singer, it's that by itself is very naked. Right? Because you hear breathing, you hear everything.
Sounds weird.
Yeah.
Right? Because the mic is so.
Me as a singer, you can. System-Addict! No. Fucking monotone, shitty voice, forget it.
So, there was another thing I was thinking of. Anybody remember why we called it Nemesis?
Yes, I
Do you?
yeah.
Okay, because I don't.
I was taking a shower.
Oh, Jesus Christ, okay.
Taking a shower one day, woke up to go to work, took a shower, and the word popped into my head. Nemesis. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Cool.
Then I came down and I'm like, guys, you know, how about this for an album title? Being as uncreative as we are, we were all like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Right? No one wanted to put work into
It was
coming
so
up with an
good
album
and
name. Like
easy
Nemesis.
at the
Oh yeah,
same
cool.
time.
There you go. Hey.
We could write a
Yeah.
song, but damn it if we're gonna fucking name an
Exactly.
album.
It was good and easy at the same time. Fuck
And
it.
that was it. And then the concept was, well, what does Nemesis mean? And like, oh, you're your worst. You are your own worst enemy. So then we got
Well, that was the cover.
we
Yeah.
got the guy looking in the mirror, and it's his
See.
reflection is that demon guy. So that was the concept of it.
The
Like,
concept
it
I
came up
remember. I
pretty
couldn't
fast.
remember. I couldn't remember how we came up with the title. So
Taking a shower, buddy.
Taking a shower.
Where all good ideas come from.
No,
the washroom.
not all.
The
Okay,
washroom.
the washroom. Yeah.
Bathroom, whatever the fuck.
Either a
that's
shit or a shower.
The
shit in a shower or a shave, man.
That's true.
Yeah, not with this group.
It's all
Three
about the
The, the only shaven would be Mark. Everyone else has got beards, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, no, I wasn't sure.
Trim your ball hairs or something. You might get a good idea.
There you go. No, I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, I honestly have no idea.
Yeah, well,
Now
there
you
you
know.
have it.
See, Evolution's mistake was easy. It just see Nemesis. Okay, fine. Since the concept of or the title of the album made sense, considering that 99.2% of the songs were about ex-girlfriends, as Jeff puts
Oh
it.
yeah, dude.
It's
That's pretty fucking
That
accurate.
album was about chicks, man. That,
99.2. Fuck.
99.2%.
That's a calculation, right?
Well, yeah, because Buried Alive was
Oh,
not
no,
about.
well, Buried Alive has no lyrics. It's an instrumental, so there goes that.
Yeah.
This is true.
Everything
Nemesis-
else is about ex-girlfriends of George. They're I don't know. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, you can say it. Go ahead.
There were many. There you go.
You can say, dude, fair game. You can say
There
whatever you
were
want.
many.
Leave it at that.
So many that we got 10 songs on the album. So there you have it.
Something good came out of it.
Okay, fine. One without vocals, so that's 9. That's a lot.
Oh, man.
I didn't want to say it. You said go ahead.
Yeah,
So there
dude,
you
it's
go.
fair game, man.
Okay,
Whatever.
there you have it.
Well,
Hey, if it's any. Well, now.
Well, now.
I have thought about it. Hey, if it's any consolation, there isn't one on Evolution's mistake.
Thank Jesus.
That's true.
You know what though, man? That it was you're right. It is a good album. When I go back and listen to it,
It's
and
good.
and I think it's one of those. You were talking about it earlier, but I think it's one of those things that we just got so fucking sick of.
Well,
That
think about it.
repetition.
We wrote the shit out of that album.
Oh fuck!
We wrote that album and
And
then waited
wrote-
7 years to write another one.
Yeah.
So,
And we played a lot of gigs.
and back then we played a lot of shows.
Yeah.
We played a lot of shows.
Well, it's
we played the crap out of that album. That's
it
why
was
we got tired
that
of it.
and No Way Out. That's the same.
Yeah.
No Way Out is the same fucking thing,
And
right?
never once did we borrow someone's fucking shit. Can I borrow your amp head? No.
Holy shit, that was left field right there.
Wow.
Yeah, but
He's pissed.
But hey,
That's some-
we carried our own
that's some
fucking
suppressed
shit
anger,
around.
right?
That is some serious suppressed anger.
There
Every
you
show,
go.
every show we bring
Yeah.
the gear. Always.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't ask
The
the
best is when I'm asked to borrow, if they can borrow my sweaty ass stool. And usually they're on before me.
Yeah.
So then you get your
So
sweaty
you
ass.
think about that one.
That they won.
No, man.
That-
Yeah,
Grab a chair from the bar if you have to. Don't use somebody's stool. That's gross, man.
That's right.
No, man, but I think you're right. I think we just rode the shit out of that album. And even though we were writing music, because I mean, 09 we went and did the Dungeon recordings, which were cool.
Yeah.
We were already starting to transition, but our sets still had a mess load of Nemesis in it. Well, that's all we fucking had.
Well, that
With
was-
the odd, like we do the odd song in E that we drop back into,
Yeah.
that we tried to convert into D, but
it was a lot.
I don't know. I never thought it was that bad of an album. As
No,
much as
it
we
wasn't.
thought it
It
No,
was.
if you go back now and listen to it, you'll appreciate it more. I think.
It wasn't bad at all. Just
And it's funny. We're sitting here talking about it, and I just realized. I don't know. Whoever listens to this, if you don't have it, you can actually download it. So, it's not as Desolate Rage. It's as our old name, Condemned. You can pick it up off of iTunes, or you can download it right off of our website. It goes to our Bandcamp page. But if you want to take a listen to what our older shit sounded like, if you haven't heard it before, it's there. And it's under the Desolate Rage pages and everything, but it'll say Nemesis or it'll have the EP. So pick it up, take a listen.
it's something different.
Yes,
that's
go
for
ahead.
sure.
It's us, but it's not us. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Well, so much has happened then since 07.
A lot has happened.
Like even just personally, right? Like you think of everything we've gone through up to this point.
You're talking 8 years, man.
A lot changed. A lot changed. So
It's a long.
Jeff's right. It is us, but it's not. It's definitely a different version of us. So I guess the question is, what song do we play off of that album today?
Surprise! I don't care. Quick one.
You guys have a choice?
Not really. Not particularly.
All right.
I mean,
Since we have a thing with poultry,
Okay, we
Yeah,
could
we
we
should-
could go
Don't
down
do
that
song.
route.
Don't
come
do that
on,
song.
let's go with the poultry song.
No, guy.
No,
Don't do the chicken fucker song.
you don't want to do the chicken fucker song?
No.
We'll even use the opening of bring 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 bring. No. Hell no. All right, I guess we're not using that song. All right, we'll surprise them. We won't use the chicken fucker song.
no chicken. We're anti-chicken today.
Oh, today we're anti-poultry. You know what I realized? Not one of the new ones has been monikered as a poultry song.
Serve me chicken dinner. What are you talking about?
No. Of the
Oh, the four new
of
ones.
the 4 new ones we've been wearing.
Oh, I'll find something.
No, you're done.
Oh, yeah.
You have to open your beak, eh? You have to open your beak.
All right,
I'll
fuck it.
find some way to fuck up the song. Don't worry.
We'll do let's do a twofer then. We'll do Nelson's favorite.
Yes.
We'll do System-Addict.
There you go. That's a good pick.
We'll do
That's pretty
System-Addict
cool.
Okay.
since it's got Marco and Kathy on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Fuck it, we'll do a three.
And Contradiction.
I was gonna do Contradiction,
Yeah,
but
there we go.
there we go. We'll do System-Addict and we'll do Contradiction.
Sounds good.
Sounds
to me.
good.
So we'll leave those two. So we're gonna leave you guys with 2 songs, and I think this one is done like chicken dinner. So we'll leave you with 2 songs off of Nemesis. We'll leave you with, I was gonna say Second Coming. It's not Second Coming. Wow, System-Addict and Contradiction. And we'll see you guys, I guess, at the next Ragecast. So
When we meet.
when we meet again, hopefully with our special guests. So for that, I'm George Souza.
I'm Marco Honorado.
Nelson Philippe and that guy.
And that guy. Anyway,
That buddy.
hopefully we'll see
Don't
some
call
of
me
you.
buddy guy.
Hey, don't call me guy.
Don't call me guy, friend. I'm not your friend, buddy.
I'm not your Bye,
Thank you for
guys.
tuning in and listening to us. And don't forget to shoot out any questions you might have.
Oh, Marco's doing the sign off today.
Well,
All right. Well, you know what songs
Yeah,
we're
but George
using.
has to have the last word. Look.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I just
Go,
wanted to.
go, George, go.
I just wanted to remind everyone, to keep shooting the questions off, and no question is too weird for us. So you take it from here, George.
Ah, you fucking friend.
Last word. Come on.
All right. Anyway,
There you go.
like I said, we'll leave with it.
Me.
I don't talk. None of you guys do.
You don't let us. You just cut off fucking Marco again.
Marco was they leave it with you, George.
He's trying to sign off, and you're like, oh.
Okay,
You're
so
signing
sign
off
off.
today?
Tell 'em
Who the
what
fuck do you think you are signing off?
Sign off. Tell them what songs we have.
All right.
You already did. You already said the songs.
No, Marco. Let Marco sign off. I'm not going to say anymore.
The songs are
Guys,
there. We're gonna
stop
play them
hiding.
anyways.
Don't you like the sign off? We're all fucking arguing over here. Tipple dick in typical Dick desolate rage fashion.
This is going to end up on our favorite blooper.
What songs are we leaving them with? Contradiction?
No. System-Addict and then Contradiction.
We leave you with System-Addict and Contradiction, and we hope you enjoyed this edition of Ragecast. Signing off. Marco on around.
new wireless voice message.
I've been thinking.